Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with another competitive Pokemon Sun and Moon showcase video. This time I'm going to be showcasing type Null. Now if you didn't see my moveset video, I mentioned that I'm doing type Null before I showcase Silvally, just because I'm showcasing a lot of the mons in RU right now, and I feel like type Null actually has a better place in RU than Silvally just because of its insane bulk. And I think that Silvally has a better place and maybe a higher tier than RU. Honestly, with a Violet, I think a Violet type Null is sick. So, big shouts to my boy EonX for the team. If you guys missed any of my previous showcases, there is a playlist. I encourage you to go ahead and check that out. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Those links are down below. So, we're going to be using Swords type Null. This can set up on Pokemon such as Gligar, such as Suicune. Really bulky, Milotic and whatnot. We have Infiltrator, Black Sludge, Defog, and Crobat for hazard support. Stealth Rock Swampert, Wish, Aromatherapy, Florges to support type Null. Choice Band Metagross, and then Choice Scarf Darmanitan. So let's look for a game. Hopefully we can find some good ones. I'm number 10 on the ladder right now, so it takes a little while to find games, unfortunately. But I really do enjoy type Null. I think that type Null is a really solid mon. It's actually bulkier than Porygon. I mentioned this in the moveset video, but it's actually bulkier than Porygon because it has 95 base all around, whereas Porygon has that same Spadef, but not the same defense, if I'm not mistaken. It's one or the other. So we had a game versus a really bulky team. This is what I like to see. Alomola, nice setup fodder. So what I can do is just lead off with probably my Crobat because it outspeeds Roserade as a lead. I can immediately U-turn out of there on Persian as well. Leads off with Persian. If he wants to do anything, he might just be Foul Play, Parting Shot. I'm not sure. We get off some chip damage though. It's always good. I can go Route Swampert. If he wants to Parting Shot into Roserade, that's fine. Yep, very solid play. That's how you should be playing Persian. You just send it in and you just leave. That's how you should be playing it anyway. But I can go Route to Crobat. If he has Sleep Powder, I can always defog later, so I don't really care. Goes right for Sleep Powder. He's definitely not going to risk this though. I don't think. I mean, right here, I'm obviously going to stay asleep. But the thing is, I'll eventually wake up and just be able to go for defog on his switch into Diancie. He should be going Diancie now. So Diancie comes out. This gives me the opportunity to bring in my Metagross on the Diamond Storm, and I'm actually going to go for Trick on the incoming Alomola. He should go Alomola. So we're going to trick that thing, a Choice Band. That'll be straight up setup fodder for later. And I can go right on into Crobat. Crobat not only avoids Scald Burn. Thank you. Crobat not only... What if he has Aqua Jet? Crobat not only avoids Scald Burn, but can also take a Toxic coming in. So, and plus I have Aromatherapy, so I don't really care. So we'll go right for that defog, assuming we do wake up eventually. Oh no, that was a crit. That was a crit. We'll get rid of this spike right here, and then we're gonna get up our rocks. I don't really care if he burns me. Like I said, I do have the Aromatherapy. So if he wants to stand and click Scald, that's fine. He should go out into Diancie. But this does give me the opportunity to get out my Swampert and get up my rocks to threaten the Gardevoir, the Zangoose, and whatnot. Burns me, but again, I don't care. I just want my Stealth Rock up. Stealth Rock up to threaten the Gardevoir, threaten the Persian. Persian is one of the few mons that can actually beat type Null on this team. Roserade comes out. I'm going to make a bit of an aggressive play and go Darmanitan, predicting him to want to go for a Spike over Sleep Powder right away. And I'm going to U-turn out on the, where is my Rock Slide? I'm going to U-turn out on the Alomola switch. The hell? Oh, what? What? Double Rock? What? Okay, whatever. And now we're going to start going for game. We're going to go type Null. Sub up. And just start hitting him hard. I guess if he wants to stay in, he can. I am faster. Yes. Yes. Oh! Lovely. So, Swords Dance up right now. Oh. To the first. I didn't answer your question. He said, is this a type Null showcase or just testing? I said, yes, my bad. My bad. So Zangoose is going to come out. I'm going to be able to get to +2 though, and I'll be able to knock out Zangoose. And I can always set up on Alomola later, so he can definitely break my sub, but we're going to be able to knock out a huge threat to my team, and he can't revenge kill me with anything barring Persian. Everything else dies. There's no way Gardevoir kills me. absolutely no way Gardevoir kills me. Persian has to come in, and it has to go for that foul play. Gardevoir doesn't kill me. Goes Persian. Pretty sure foul play is going to kill me, but I want to see how much type null takes in this. Type null's so cool. So, it honestly is. Violet +2 should still die to foul play. Persian. Damn, it does nothing. I want to see my spread too, because I don't have it actually open, so give me a sec. 216, 72. 72. I know you have the ability. I'm just going to do Fur Coat. That doesn't sound right. Is Fur Coat not... Okay, so according to this, I kill him. Which I severely doubt, but I'm going to do one calc just to see Mega Lucario's close combat, just to make sure this is... Yeah, they don't have Fur Coat calced, right? Yeah, they don't have it calced, right? Alright, so we're going to go out to Fluggish here. There's no way that's actually right. He goes for Parting Shot. Interesting play. I guess it allows him to bring out his Roserade. Or Gardevoir. What are you doing to me? I'll protect because I don't see an item on him, so I doubt he's Calm Mind. Even if he's Calm Mind, I'd have Crobat, which is faster. And Scarf Darmanitan, so. Are you going to give me back my Choice Scarf? Oh, I'm good with that. I'm going Metagross here as he goes Diancie. Nice. And I don't care if he goes Alomola after. I'll just click Meteor Mash. I'm not going to go around predicting anything when I don't have to. Plus, Alomola is like a toss-up, right? Because what I can do now... I want to prevent Persian from healing up, so I'm going to go Florges. As he throws off a Wish. Yeah, we'll do the same. Wish is into Diancie. This gets me my my Type Null or my Metagross in. Type Null doesn't have Earthquake, unfortunately, so we'll go Metagross. Bring this boy back up to full on his rocks. Nice. I'll just go for Zen Headbutt here. Are you gonna? Like, I'm not sure what he's trying to do with this because you're not able to bring in anything else. So I'll start mashing just for attack raises. Yeah, throws off a Toxic. So now he has no mash switching. Like I said, Alomola being crippled does nothing for me. It does nothing for him. And I can if he has one Pokemon that could take this hit, which is Persian. So I will keep clicking Meteor Mash. The only Mon on his team that could take this hit. And it just took 40%. And he dies to rocks. So I'm going to keep those rocks up as well. Just so I can knock out Persian. Goes for Foul Play. This gives me the opportunity to go for a Wish if I want to. Or a Moonblast. I'll actually go for Moonblast just in case he taunts. As he throws off a Toxic. So Persian is gone, which means I can now defog away the hazards without having care about Mon. And then Type Null can come in later and win the game. Type Null can definitely come in later and win. I guess Gardevoir can also come out, but Gardevoir is... It's taking chip damage. Roserade does not knock me out with Sludge Bomb, so I'm going to go for Aromatherapy right now. Get rid of this poison. Yum! And we shall throw off a Wish. As he goes out into the... as he goes for the Sleep Powder. So this gives me the opportunity to go out into my Crobat if I want to, but I'm actually going to Moonblast, predicting him to want to double, predicting my Crobat. As he goes Alomola. Just getting this opportunity to double is clean, so we'll actually throw off a Wish as well. Because like I said, he can't beat me 1v1. Get off a nice Wish. He's going to go Gardevoir now. I don't know if he has Shadow Ball, but I should still be able to live that with my Metagross unless he Specs. Basically, what I'm doing is, because his Alomola is crippled, he can't do crap. Yum. That was a crit. It's all back. And we'll just click Meteor Mash here. I'm not going to predict the Alomola double because I don't have to. I legitimately do not have to. Now we'll go Crobat and we'll just defog away these hazards. At least the spikes. Spikes are starting to get a little bit annoying. Skull don't matter either. Burns me. I have aromatherapy, so I don't really care. Let's just defog away these spikes. Goes Gardevoir, so it gives me the opportunity to defog. Great. All those hazards gone. I'm not sure if he Thunderbolt or Trick. I'm going to use Metagross as a mid-ground play. I don't mind if he gets tricked. If he goes Alomola, it gives me an SD up with type Null. So right now, I actually want my rocks up again. So we're going to go out to Swampert on his Alomola. Get up our rocks. Well, I didn't want all those spikes up. He can always Wish Pass if he wants to. But it's so predictable. And he goes for Toxic there. So it gives me a switch into Metagross. So basically, every single time Alomola comes out, he has to choose a play, and it puts him in a bad position. Like right now, he can't do anything but Scald. And I am fast, and I'll just knock him out with Zen Headbutt if he chooses to stay in. Like, Type Null already knocked out his only offensive pressure, which was Zangoose. And if he wants to burn me, he can, but then he can't switch into Meteor Mash after. I unfortunately flinch him. But it was pretty much game anyway. Metagross destroyed his team. He had to Skull Burn me, and if he wished, what was he passing to? Absolutely nothing. I'm just mash here. Tank this Thunderbolt. Could be. Like, he couldn't win once that Mon was gone. But you saw how bulky type Null was. Like, if I didn't trick Alomola really early, it still would have been, I think, an easier game as well. Just with sub SD type Null. If he didn't have the anti, he actually just lost to it. But we'll just go for Earthquake here because it does 2-hit KO. And I'm not worried about this because I have Earthquake on my Darmanitan. Diamond Storm doesn't do crap. Doesn't get his defense boosts either. And we're going to be able to knock him out with the Earthquake. Good game. Good game. So the flinch unfortunately mattered on Alomola, but after these Mons died, he had nothing that could come in on Metagross anyway. So I'm glad that I decided to put Trick on this one because he had a few other options here, Unix. But I'm glad I decided to put Trick. Trick really helped cripple Alomola really early. And Type Null could have just subbed SD. To be honest, I'm not sure what the calc was on. I'm really not sure what the calc was on Persian. I really wish I knew. I'm pretty sure Furcrow isn't right at the moment, though. Unless I didn't put it at all. We got another game versus a very offensive team. If no real type Null answers, I'm gonna lead off with my Choice Scarf Darmanitan though because it gives me so much initiative versus half his team outside of Crobat. Crobat's like his best Mon to take me on. Yeah, Crobat actually is his best Mon to take me on. Unless I'm like outside Crawdon, excuse me. Hey, Crawdon's pretty much his best Mon that actually threatens my team. So he could lead off with something that beats that. You can't just say oh hello and then leave. Huh? No. Come back here. Come back here, crook. I'm not done robbing your point. Just come back. Come back right now. That's all I ask. Go ahead and come back. That boy timing out for. Why did he leave? I don't get it. I definitely think he had. Oh, okay, he's back. He's back and shows the team again. He's back and it shows him the team again. We're good. We're good. We're good. Darmanitan versus Darmanitan. No way I'm risking this. I don't even know if he'll risk it. If I'm him, well, he doesn't have a switching. Yeah, he risks it. So this gives me the opportunity to get my rocks. It does give me the opportunity to get up get in Celebi, but I do get up my rocks and I pretty much go back up to full after leftovers. I should go back up to full, assuming that 94 is correct. Assuming that 94 is correct, I should be able to go back up to full. Celebi comes out. Nice. A few plays I can make here. I think the most fun for me and most aggressive is just going out into banded Metagross. He could be Earth Power, but I think Psychic or Rocks is different. I think Psychic or Rocks is coming out. U-turn also works, yeah. This allows him to bring in his Crawdaunt, which is a huge threat. But he's slowly getting worn down for my... I am faster. How much does Banded Earthquake do to Crawdaunt? Let's see. In the handy dandy calculator. GU Choice Band. This is also why T-Punch was a move on this thing. 79 to 93, good lord. Okay, so he dies after the next Stealth Rock switching. That's all I need. He can go for knockoff here or Crab Hammer. That looks to be banded. That did not look to be banded anymore. But we'll wish up just in case he doesn't go for the Crab Hammer. Basically, he's now in range of Earthquake, which is all I needed. It's hard to judge banded on something when it has adaptability. Like, it's really tough to judge. But now he's in range of Earthquake, so I'm good. If he wants to go Crobat here or Metagross, those are all fine plays on my opponent's part. If he goes Metagross, he's probably just going to set up a Stealth Rock. I need to find a Pokemon to set up a SD up on, and I think I'm going to do that on Celebi with my sub-SD type Null. Like, it's generally better versus the bulkier teams. Like, type Null. I want to show you, what is it, 72 HP if I'm not mistaken? I don't know if it's 73, but Eviolite. And it can't be crit as well, which is really sick. Deancey. Like, Deancey was only breaking his Diamond Storm sometimes. And I could have beaten it 1v1 in the last game if I wanted to. But goes Crobat, which gives me the opportunity to Wish and Protect, assuming he's just going to defog. I mean, it does still give me my... I could go type Null. I really like type Null here, but I don't want him to toxic me. We're gonna go type Null on his defog and just get off damage on Metagross. Assuming he's gonna go out to that. So SD up here. Oh, we're very, very, very bulky. That did 9. So SD up here with our type Null. What a cool name. Type Null. Doesn't exist. 0. Metagross comes out. I don't know what type of Metagross he is, but we're going to Shadow Claw for a 2-hit KO. 616 attack is definitely 2-hit KO. Yum! And that's one of his only Pokemon that can switch into Crobat. It's going to die to return. I'll click return here. Goes for Zen Headbutt Flinch. Gets it on. Come on, buddy. Come on. You're just denying type Null's attack. I love how he did that just to flinch. That's funny. So he could now try and flinch me to death as well, which weakens my Darmanitan answers. But I really want Rocks up. I guess he decided the same. So Earthquake knocks him out even if he shook a berry. And I still got my Rocks up, which is still going to threaten Darmanitan. Like he should have went for the Zen Headbutt there, I think. But then assuming he doesn't miss this one. I don't know, it's just a little bit sad that my type Null, because that does 44. Yeah, it doesn't flinch me, thankfully, though. Sugar Berry should not be able to save him at 25%. And Rocks are now up to threaten Darmanitan, threaten Crobat, threaten Jolteon. Half his team is checked by Florges. I really wish he didn't flinch me, though. I would have been able to prevent Rocks, gotten rid of him. But it's still supporting the team. Like I said, he has no switches to Crobat now. Jolteon's not switching. It's 2-hit KO by Brave Bird after a bit of prior damage. Like after Rocks and maybe 2 turns. Slowly becomes out. He's U-turn, so I don't expect him to be... I do not expect him to be a Nasty Plot variant. So we'll go out to Florges. And where are you going to? Crawdaunt. Crawdaunt will die. Crobat gives me recovery. If you go Darmanitan, I'll probably just... Wish. Assuming I live this. We'll go for Wish. Nice! And we'll bring back in the Mon that's supposed to check this. Actually, I could just Protect too, but I'll go Swampert. I don't mind sacking Florges. Plus, if he wants to defog, I can always do this later. I mean, I guess technically I should keep this alive because Jolteon could be an issue. But I feel like unless it's like Quick Feet Jolteon, I'm fine. And even Metagross eats a hit from that, so go Florges, bring this boy back in. Eat up that Flare Blitz. Can't burn me because of his own ability too. Nice. And let us start roaring away on the Celebi switches. Good B. Literally, Celebi. Let me eat Darmanitan right now. Gives me Crobat, which isn't bad. It gives me a Scald as well. If you want to defog away these rocks. I mean, if you want to defog them, that's all up to you. Or Brave Bird me. Nice. So it gives me a... So the Mon that could Speed Tie with me gives me the opportunity to burn it. I will roar right here just in case he goes out into... I didn't think he'd Roost because Earthquake was so obvious there, but... I'll force him out into Crawdaunt. Gives me the opportunity to sack my my Florges right here. Even if he Dragon Dances, Crobat does outspeed him and can knock him out. Or Brave Bird. Nice. And we can now go out to Metagross and just click Earthquake and knock him out. I don't gotta predict anything, I know I'm faster. He might fear Thunder Punch. But the Mon is dead and I can always sack type Null versus Darmanitan as well. Or Celebi, rather. So we can sack type Null here. I really wish it didn't flinch me though. I would have prevented Rocks, but I guess Rocks Up is still helping me. Thunder Waves me. This gives me the opportunity to go out to Darmanitan after and just click a U-turn. So go ahead and kill me. Go ahead and knock me out. Look at my speed depth. Look at my stats. That's crazy. We can now go out to Darmanitan. I don't actually have to click anything other than Flare Blitz. Because he has 0 switch-ins. Celebi is gone, so he has trouble dealing with Swampert now, or Metagross as well. Darmanitan can come out if it wants to. But it die. Crobat will die. Jolteon can come out, I guess, as well. I think he should go Darmanitan and risk the Speed Tie. He goes Crobat though, so this is going to die to Flare Blitz. Which means no default for him. What do you think, I was banned? I know your leftovers. Crobat dies. Nice. Maybe he's just trying to put me in range of rocks. That way I can't have this left for Darmanitan. Which is a good play. He doesn't beat me with Shadow Ball though. I'm just going to risk the Speed Tie versus Darmanitan too. I don't care. I don't lose to any type of Jolteon because I have my Metagross at full. So Specs doesn't beat me. We'll risk the Speed Tie right here. Let's see if Darmanitan cleans up the game. I feel like he's just going to win it though. This is the Black and White Elite Four remix, by the way, by Glitch City. Nope, Darmanitan dies. And Jolteon will go down unless it's Quick Feet with Protect and HP Grass. But even then, it doesn't knock out Metagross. What if you're Scarf? He was definitely Scarf Darmanitan as well. I'm surprised how many times he was willing to risk that Speed Tie. Like turn 1 of the game. I wasn't really willing to risk that. Not the tie anyway, because Darmanitan put in so much work versus his team once Crawdaunt died. Okay, man. Good game. I'm about to get hit with all of that right now. I'll just type it. Who cares? It's over. Alright. Nice. Let's start another one. Okay, so, I mean, you see how bulky type Null is. I really do like Sub SD. I actually like Rest SD as well. Looks like we have a Trick Room team with Alakazam. I really like Swampert as a lead. Swampert gets up rocks versus everything. And rocks are going to be... Like, he only has rocks too, so I don't care too much about that. I guess he can lead Slowbro. Leads with the Daunt. Which is a little bit scary. I'll get up my rocks though. I don't have a Bandit or Life Orb knockoff switching anyway. But he also doesn't have if I get off an Earthquake, he also doesn't have good Metagross switchings. Yeah, Aqua Jet kills me. I can go out to Crobat now and just click U-turn, forcing in Deancey, or if he wants to go for Aqua Jet. I don't have good ways of killing Slowbro, but I also get up like a sub versus it. So maybe Swampert sacking it wasn't the best play initially because it helps me out with Mudsdale. But I think we'll be able to beat it 1v1 with Florges. Anyway. That Mon is gone. I'll go out to type Null now. I forgot to mod join. I also forgot to put on the timer. Where am I? I'm tired, man. Oh, timer is on. Oh, there it is. Well, yeah, I just turned it on. Mudsdale comes out. Do you have are you super powering me? Because I'm just getting up in SD. Ooh, that boy was banded too. Or just, is that life orb? My god, Mudsdale is strong. I mean, it's gonna die now. Oh, that's not a counter, friend. This has too much attack. Yeah. Hit him with another return. That is not a counter. So Slurwell's gone. That was his main switch into my, Mudsdale's actually scary. That was his main answer to my Metagross. We'll go out to Florgus because Florgus does eat it up. I want to keep Mudsdale alive. Or attempt to, anyway. He crits me, unfortunately. But this is going to be the opportunity to get up a Wish, so I'm okay with that. We're going to attempt to Wish Pass to... I'm going to attempt to Wish Pass to type Null. If there's any turn that's going to happen, it's going to be now anyway. If he doesn't go for that attack, basically, so... And now what we'll do is we will trick Porygon because it is a threat. I'll trick at this Choice Band. On turn, he might want to go for Trick Room. And now you're locked in. So show me your switch-ins to Meteor Mash. You're going to sack the one Pokemon. He's going to go hard into the one Pokemon that actually can beat my team. Doesn't even have stamina. I feel like he's going to go for the Rock move now, but I think I'm okay, even if he doesn't. Basically, Mudsdale has 4 hits left. It goes right for the Earthquake. And I can afford to go Route to Florgus on his Rock Slide. I guess he could go for Heavy Slam too, but he goes for Rock Slide. Unfortunately misses it. That's better for him because he doesn't take a Life Orb hit. And I could just go right for the Protect and take him on. I suppose he could always go out into Porygon after, but because it is Choice Band, if the turn it sets up a Trick Room, I get off a Wish. You know? So I would have rather him actually hit that attack because like you said, look, like I said, I would have been able to beat him down. But we can't all get what we want there. However, I should be able to go out to Metagross and just start killing everything. But I would have much rather him... you see how much work Metagross puts in, by the way, because Type Null was able to get rid of the Slowbro? But I would have much rather him actually hit that Rock Slide. Because he was in range of Moonblast after. He just died to Moonblast. And now I lost a Pokemon that can deal with his team. Metagross, thankfully, though, literally mashes through his team. I might lose to DNC plus. It depends what play he makes here. I think going out to Darmanitan is my best play, actually. Because if he goes Alakazam, I can use U-turn on a potential Choice Scarf. Nice attack raise. We'll just U-turn here. Get off some damage. I'm trying to Flare Blitz or Earthquake Sweep in the late game. So by me getting off any damage is better for me. Thunderbolt's probably coming out, so we'll go out to Metagross. Or Recover. So now I just get to... He knows he's locked in, right? Not only do I have the opportunity to get attack raises, I think I had the opportunity to get attack raises. Yeah, look, like this is not a counter. It is in the sash. It is wearing a sash. No. Earthquake him here. I do live a Shadow Ball. I lived it kind of convincingly, I guess. Porygon comes out. Special attack raise. Ooh. I feel like meter mashing is still just the best play. Does Earthquake knock him out? I don't know. Maybe I might have just lost to DNC. And this is where having my Florgus alive to 1v1 DNC would have been nice. Well, either way, Earthquake is the best play right here. Because the 2 KOs Porygon before I die. It's Thunderbolt. And if he wants to randomly switch into DNC, great. This is why I put Earthquake, by the way, because DNC, Pokemon like DNC and Nidoking were threats to this team. So I'd much rather have a super effective hit versus that. That does not do enough. I could also Roost all this thing, but I don't think that makes a difference either. DNC should eat this up. And this is why I'm missing that Rock Slide really sucked too. Dance. Oh, he could always miss Diamond Storm. Unless he has Earth Power. Oh, good game. Yeah, so it's crazy how my opponent's own miss actually helped him a lot more than it hurt him in the game. Because I literally, alternatively what I could have done was gone Crobat on the Thunderbolt, going out to Darmanitan and just start clicking Earthquake, and then maybe click Meteor Mash from there. Maybe that would have done it, but even then, I don't think that was enough to do that much with that. So yeah, my opponent's own, the hacks against my opponent ended up helping him, because I could have just wish stalled everything with Florges. Maybe I shouldn't have risked it, maybe I should have calced. I like my opponent's team. Very slow. Lead Darmanitan, just a great lead. Beats Escavalier, beats Snorlax to an extent. Outspeed Chandelure and beats Celebi. Type Null puts in some work this game. I just gotta weaken Escavalier. But can definitely beat Celebi, beat Chandelure and whatnot. I always hate that though. Like that 1%. Something's always living on 1% versus me. Someone commented it and it's completely true. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm playing around the dimensions. I'm so sorry. So he leads Swampert, which means he's just going to get up his rocks here. I'll U-turn out to my own. We'll just exchange our rocks, and then he'll go Celebi. He should go Celebi anyway. I guess the Escavalier is also a decent play. Go Celebi. This gives me the opportunity to go out into my Metagross. If he wants to U-turn, great. Goes for the plot, though. Would you pass here? Oh, you're going for Earth Power if you have it. Yeah. Nice. He's offensive Celebi, but I think Brave Bird is still just the best play, even though Psychic will obviously knock me out. So it's good to know he's offensive Celebi. This gives me another U-turn out into my Swampert, and I can just start phasing him around with Roar. Also throwing off my own Scald, threatening his Celebi. Smart on his part, though. Roars me out immediately. I don't know if he'd Earthquake here, but I'm going to attempt to Roost. Yeah, nice. Can you not phase me out to my Pokemon that are weak to rocks? Please. I'd appreciate that. Not my Darmanitan. What has he done to you? He's weak to rocks. Stop it. This is why going Swampert is always the best play as well, because I resist rocks. Hey! Hey! I'm tired of you. I don't even care if I put you in a torrent range, which I do. We'll go for another Brave Bird. He might predict my my Roost and go for Earthquake. Yeah, nice. And we'll be able to 2-hit KO him while also keeping my Crobat alive. So this worked out great for me. He doesn't have a flying resist on his team. So Swampert is down. That annoying Mon, that Darmanitan switching is gone. Chandelure comes out. Sumi's just going to go for Shadow Ball here. I guess Fire Blast could also work. I'm going type Null anyway. Nice. I'll SD up even though he's going to Cavalier. Yeah, I want to see how much I do at +2 anyway. He's definitely banded as well. Ooh, that was a crit. Clean. I ate that up as well. Not really, but, you know, I kind of did. What if this kills? It should. Just based on the damage from that crit. Ah, get another kill. Another switching gone. Dead. No Metagross switchings at all on my opponent's team. At all. Not one. Celebi comes out. I'll go for return here. I just wish type Null lived hits on just a little bit more HP. We can go Crobat now. I'll defog. He actually stayed in. Wow. Risked the Mon that beat. I guess I technically risked it too. Alright, so we'll go out to Darmanitan. I mean, like, I wanted Brock's away just for Darmanitan because Darmanitan puts in more work than everything else on his team. We could just U-turn here. It's going to do a ton of damage, and he doesn't have a Florges switching. I'm assuming he's just Nasty Plot, Giga Drain, Earth Power, 3 attacks. You don't have a Florges switching. I mean, he does have a Florges switching, it's Crobat, but it's not a good Florges switching, is what I'm trying to say. So, Wish up here. In case he wants to go Slope or Snorlax or Chandelure. Just throws off a Psychic, so I will be able to get back up to full HP. I'm not sure why he's not going Crobat ever, or why he's doing that, but now I'm at full and Celebi is gone. I don't know what's happening. I'm not entirely sure. Snorlax comes out. We're gonna go Metagross and just trick it. Yeah, on his Curse. And if he has Earthquake, I can sort of stall it out. And if he goes for another Curse, we're good. Beautiful. How much is Chandler out? 76. I have no reason not to click Zen Head, but it hits Crobat as well as Chandler. That is what I like to call range. And I'm assuming Shadow Ball is coming out, which Florges does live. Is that a good game? Maybe it is. And Florges eats. God, you eat that for breakfast. I'm sorry about my landline, by the way. I can't do anything. Yeah, and he sacked Chandler, so that is indeed good game because Metagross 1v1s anything unless he's Nasty Plot Crobat. Go Snorlax, which is Protect, just to see what move he wants to go for. Lock himself into. Return. Nice, so he can't even... I did give him Choice Band, though, so he's scary. We need damage off. That boy is a Choice Band Snorlax, so we definitely just need damage off. Damage is all I want, damage is all I need. I don't know if getting up rocks from my Swampert is a good play, because it puts Crobat in range of Flare Blitz. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my rocks, and then I'm going to Earthquake the Snorlax to put it in range of Flare Blitz and win the game with Scarf Darmanitan. A Type Null got rid of his only switch in to his Cavalier. Excuse me, to Metagross. So as far as I'm concerned, Type Null did work. Every single game, it's just been supporting me, getting rid of a key member of my opponent's team to be able to make it easier so I can win. So now we just go out to Scarf Darmanitan. Win the game. Trick Metagross has been putting in so much work this game too. Thick Fat, you're not living that at 10%. Crobat's going to come out and that boy's going to die, and I have Metagross in the back anyway to win the game. So, good game. That was a good game. This has been a fun live too. I've been enjoying this live. Escavalier getting put down was amazing for my... It was amazing for my Metagross. Metagross obviously destroyed him. I'm surprised he cursed again, but maybe he was just mono Body Slam. Which makes sense with potentially Pursuit Escavalier. Because it can pursue Ghost types. I don't know. In any case, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this live. Type Null, while it didn't actually sweep any teams because we didn't really have much bulky teams, it definitely put in work throughout the entire live. It got rid of key members that threatened me enough that I needed to get rid of them. And we're number 6 on the ladder. That's cool. So it got rid of some key members, Escavalier, just to name it, Zangoose as well. Zangoose was my only other opponent's offensive pressure the first game of the live. But like I said, hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.